content inspire your audience? The goal of this project is to inspire the audience by appealing to noble motives, challenge the audience to achieve higher level of beliefs or achievement, appealing to the audience needs and emotions using stories, anecdotes, and quotes to add drama. Lesa Johnson will be speaking tonight. Defeating Average. Lesa Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and welcome, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The average person blinks 25 times in a minute. The average person laughs 10 times a day. The average person goes to the restroom 6 times a day. The average person's diet consists of 55% junk food. This is average. The average person has a vocabulary of 5,000 to 6,000 words. Average. The average person drinks 16 gallons of water in a lifetime. So what's wrong with average? What's wrong with average?
It's not good.
The problem with average is that we were never created to be average. If we were all created to be average, then we'd all come from the same cookie cutter. None of us have the same DNA. None of us have the same thoughts. None of us have the same values. We're not the same person. And the reason why is because we have been uniquely created to be great. Every one of us. There's greatness on the inside of all of us. And average is the enemy to greatness. Anytime you settle for average, you're part of the status quo. So you're just one in a number. Anybody can be average. As a matter of fact, when you're being average, you're not even being yourself. Because again, you were never created to be average. None of us were created to be average. There's greatness on the inside of us that's just waiting, that's just roaring to come out. And our job, our responsibility is to find that greatness. And what happens to a lot of us is we tend to not like the process. Because the process of greatness is just, you can't go on autopilot and arrive at greatness. Greatness, you don't get there by mistake. You don't just happen to end up in the Olympics by, who would have ever thought? It doesn't happen that way. It's just not happenstance. It's not just kind of, sort of, I'm just here. It's very deliberate. It's very purposeful. And it's a process to get to greatness. And a lot of times we look at the process as just terrible, something we don't want to go through. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. But anything worthwhile is not easy. We have to be willing to push. We have to be willing to fight. As a matter of fact, once you have the mindset that it's going to be a fight, it's a lot easier. Because you're ready for the fight. You're already girded up for the fight. You know that there's going to be opposition. So you're prepared for it already. No one has to tell you, oh, it's going to be hard. Nobody has to say, oh, Carmen, today's going to be a difficult day. Or this is going to be a difficult task. But you can do it with planning and preparation. And that's what life is all about, planning and preparation. We can't go through on autopilot. We can't go through just gliding through it, que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be, will be. Because it's not the plan. That's not the purpose. We all have greatness in us that we have to find it. We have to allow the significance to come out of us because all of us are significant. Every one of us are significant. Every one of us has something in us that if we weren't available to make the contribution that we make, it would be missed. Something would be lacking. Somebody's life would be different. Somebody's life would be changed if we didn't make the contribution that we were designed to make. This meeting would be different if the dream team wasn't available to make their contributions to the meeting. This meeting would be different if our Toastmaster wasn't available today to be the Toastmaster. This meeting would be different if I wasn't here speaking to you today. So all of us have significance. All of us have value. All of us bring something to the table. And our job, our responsibility is to perfect the contribution that we bring to the table. It's valuable. A lot of times the issues and problems in life tend to tell us, oh, well, you don't matter. Or sometimes our circumstances tell us you don't matter. They're not going to miss you. But we're all missed. We all have something to add. We all add value, and we all matter. It's important for every one of us to be here. Whenever one of us is missing or out of place, something that's supposed to happen doesn't happen. We miss something. A part that should have been added to us is not added. So we are all connected in a way, because we all need each other. We all depend on each other. We all add value to one another. And it's important for each one of us to make the contribution that we were placed here to do. And I understand, even as Jimmy came before us today and he talked about the importance of self-motivation, we're all here because we want to improve our speaking abilities or whatever it is. We want to improve on how well we present or personal development. There's self-motivation here for every one of us being here. And that's important. That's a good thing. And the thing about it, I wouldn't be able to grow as much as I could grow if Sandra wasn't here to pour into my life. I would miss the contribution that Sandra adds to me. So all of us have to see the significance that we bring. And the problem with being average, again, not just the fact that we were never created to be average, but who would look to marry average? How many people say, oh, I just want to marry the average Joe, or I just want to marry the average girl, or I just want to hire the average employee, or I just want to go to the average service provider? Nobody looks for average. Who looks for average? Nobody looks for average. Nobody wants average. Everybody wants the best. Everybody wants great. And that's who we are. We strive for greatness. We strive to be the best that we can be. And it's important that we continue to grow, that we continue to stretch, that we continue to allow the process to manifest in us. And here's the way we defeat average. There's basically 4 concepts that we're going to talk about today. The first thing you need to do to defeat average is to be focused. You have to keep your goal before you. I know a lot of you have heard of vision boards. You've heard of different things, different practices, different techniques that people do to keep the goal before them. You have to keep your eye on the prize. I come from a long line of farmers, and my parents actually farmed, and my grandfather had 15 acres of land. Every year that he would plow, well, actually of the 15, they would plow up 5 acres every year to allow the other 10 to rest. And he would plow, he had a real motorized plow, and he also had a hand plow. And he used to make us, the grandkids, take turns behind this plow. And I used to hate the plow because I can't draw a straight line. And the field it's 5 acres large, so it's very, very, very long. So I would always, try to get behind this thing and plow this line, and it would always be so ugly. I could always tell what my area was as opposed to my cousins, because it was never a straight line. And it was one day my granddad finally said to me, don't look at where you are, look at where you're going. That's how you get the straight line. Keep your head to where you're going. Stay focused. So that was basically how I learned to plow on a manual plow in a straight line. The other thing you have to do is dedicate it. You have to be dedicated to your cause, dedicated to your purpose. It takes strong dedication because there's going to always be something every day to try and take your focus, to take your eyes off of what you're doing. Every day something's going to come. There's going to be a heartache. There's going to be a problem. There's going to be a situation. But you have to be more dedicated to your cause than you are to your circumstances. You can never allow your circumstances to dictate your progress. The other thing you have to do is you have to be disciplined. It takes a whole boatload of discipline to do anything great. Again, you don't arrive at greatness by mistake. It's very deliberate, it's very purposeful, and it's very planned. And finally, you have to be authentic, because nobody can be you as well as you. You have to be your authentic self and accomplish it in your own authentic way. Mr. Toastmaster.